Good morning. Give me just a second. They like YouTube has been playing with me all week and I am up to here with YouTube right now. Give me just one second. Yeah, okay. So yeah, like my phone is somehow is using like the old okay, so every time your phone gets an update and you update, there's a new app and it has a new number. So like let's just say that the new number is 39.17.20. Mine's is at 39.16.19. So it wasn't allowing me to go live. There YouTube was like trying to see if I had any flags, something that was preventing me, and there was nothing preventing me. And I had to jump through all these hoops. I was on the phone and emailing and chats all day with YouTube, and I thought it was all resolved until I try to go live. Now, the only way I can go live is if I uninstall YouTube. By doing that, it automatically tries to update for the newest one, and then I can go live. It has been a cluster mess. Ooh, you're in the Wednesday night, Allison. Oof. I'm not gonna lie, I'd probably be drooling in my pillow right now at that time. Um, yes, tomorrow I'm going to be flying into North Carolina to do the Treat Yourself retreat, and I'm really, really excited. Um, we're making the Aries bag, and that's one of my favorite bags to make. It's a good seller for me. Um, from what the feedback that I get from people that have bought the bag, they like it because it looks like it could be a simple bag, but because of its pockets and the magnet in the center, it has like this really high end feel. So for me, when I make nerdy bags, these people feel like they're having like a high end Dooney and Burke or a high end Yves Saint Laurent. They really love the feel of the bag, and they love the fact that it is a perfect hand size bag. With me in my shop, I have a tendency of going either really, really big or small. So the actually a perfect pattern to have in my collection for selling reasons, because it's perfect for the person that wants to put a couple things in their bag and go. Um, I mean, I am not gonna lie. I when I take my kids to the pool area, I usually could stick a book in it and like some can. I have candy pockets whenever I make a bag for myself. I'm not gonna lie. I like candy. um, and we were ready to go. So when Sandra was like, "What kind of bag do you want to make?" Immediately, the first bag that came to my mind was the Aries, because I feel like that is a solid bag to take a class from, because not only it's not binding, so I don't have to hear the I don't bind, I hate binding, I love binding. It's not binding. It's a traditional way you make a bag. Two, it has some unconventional new learning tips for the traditional way of making bags. Uh, it's super domestic friendly. There's at no point I don't think you're sewing through 3 layers of anything, like because the tabs and everything are out of the way. So it's a truly domestic friendly machine bag, and you learn a lot of different skill sets. And then what I like about this pattern is that ever since it came out, you can make it into multiple different things. You can make it into a pouch by you can make it into a pouch, or you could make it into have a drop-in lining. I believe Lauren Mormino has a video on how she made a drop-in lining, like a one zipper pocket versus the two. So to me, it's highly functional. So when you get patterns like that, where you're able to do multiple different things to one piece of pattern, one pattern, that's a keeper. That's a no brainer. You buy it. If you don't have the Aries yet, I'm about to show it. Uh, not a thread code, not a threads code, is I'm going to be having a sale on their patterns, or they currently are having a sale. It's either they are or they are going to within like tomorrow. They're going to be having a sale on their previous patterns because they have the new release of the Rowena that will be coming out, I believe, Friday. I believe on Friday. So there's a new pattern coming out for that. So whenever Shannon usually drops a pattern, she does a sell on her previous patterns, all except the Tuesday tote. If you go to her site, you understand why the price is reduced dramatically as is. So that one doesn't get it. But if you haven't had the chance to go get the Aries, I highly recommend you to get it. And also I just noticed when I was scrolling through Facebook, as one does when they're trying to doze off to fall asleep in the middle of the night, she has a post where she is giving two or three copies away for free. You just have to fill out a rafter copter thing. So if you're not in her group, which I'm trying to put this stuff in real quick. If you're not in her group, definitely join her group, and you have the opportunity of getting her new pattern. And her new pattern is, in case because I don't know if I'm going to be doing Captain's Log on Thursday or Friday. So let me just speak on the new one. I wanted to ask. I can't show it to you, but there will be pictures on Saturday and stuff that you'll see. The new pattern is amazing. I made both the original and I don't want to say, what do I want to say? The alternate version of the second one. And the alternate version of the second one, I want to share with you guys because I messed up. I did not mess up on sewing. The pattern instructions were absolutely oh, thanks. The minimalist, thank you. The minimalist one is absolutely perfect. I loved to hate how my minimalist one came out. I used vinyl that I thought was tried and true, and it melted. And I cut out interfacing, and somehow the interfacing dust like got all over the vinyl and I can't get it out. So it's going to be my bag. I've got compliments. I have been wearing the bag actually when I go to the grocery stores in the morning. I get a lot of people asking me if that's a Loungefly bag. So I can't at first. If you ask Shannon, I was distraught. I wanted to sit in a corner. I wanted to burn it, sacrifice it to the purse gods. I didn't know what to do. I never had this situation happen to me. But I was like, you know what? It's still a really, really nice bag. It is super sound. It's very minimalist. And I'm getting compliments on it. Like, I have people thinking that the white flakes on it is intentional. So I think I'm just going to roll with that. Even though you could tell I'm really bad at lying. I'll be like, yeah, sure, yeah, sure. It's intentional. You're looking at her like she is lying like a Persian rug. What the hell? So, yeah. But I got to say, the original one, I made it with a supernatural theme. And I have, hands down, that bag is a baddie. That bag needs its own rap video with other bags twerking around it. That bag I made is a baggy baddie. It is a complete and utter baddie. I think that is like my favorite supernatural bag I've ever made. I surprisingly, this pattern, because there are some techniques that kind of remind me a little bit of the Aries, I felt like the flow for this one was really, really easy. Like I didn't have an issue with the flow. And then right when I thought it was going to be the same, it changed. So that's one of the things about Shannon's pattern. She always usually comes out with a video. So for the visual learners out there, it's important. But if you're a visual learner, if I can give you a tip, have your pattern in front of you, watch the video first before cutting out anything, and write things down in your pattern that you know better than anyone else, that may hold you up or may make you realize that, oh, I need to look at when at spot 15 seconds and 37 seconds because she explains this or this. So that might help you. But I know there's on one page. I think that's my favorite thing about Shannon's writing style is that there will be like 4 pages. There'll be like 4 like pictures and just like small, not even paragraphs, like 1 or 2 sentences for each picture. So therefore, I feel like visual learners can actually make her bag without actually watching a video because it's like you're getting still shots on how to progress forward really well. So with all that being said, let me talk about the Aries I made. So this fabric is absolutely gorgeous. I'm not used to this fabric is gorgeous. I had to ask Sandra some questions because this is a poly cotton blend and it does fray. It frays like a let me let me just say this. I work with cotton a lot, okay? I like to make dresses, I like to make cosplay outfits or whatever. So I'm used to fray, and I know this particular one would do good with the zigzag stitch all the way around it. All the way around it, and so it doesn't fray. If you're coming to the class and you're driving, because I don't think you could bring glue on an air flight, bring some fray check and bring your favorite lighter. With that being said, it does sew up like a dream. It was easy to punch the holes. It was easy for me to add some embellishments to this. If you know me, I can't just do one thing. This is the bag we're going to be making. You have a choice to either make it with this print or Jamie's clad print, or you can do it with the vinyl. We're going to be doing some edge painting. And there's only three spots to edge paint. It's the two connectors and the snap. I had to put a okay, when in doubt, you have to Shinova it out, rivet it out. I accidentally did the slits on the wrong side, so instead I put a rivet in there so nobody will know except, well, now you and whoever's watching. But this pattern is pretty cool. I use chalk for the lining, not chalk. I need caffeine, and I don't even know if this has caffeine in it. I don't know. I don't know. Let me sidebar for a second. This is called the Sky drink. It tastes like, remember when you were a kid and you went to the ice cream truck and they had the Bon Pops that are white, blue, and red? Yeah, this is what this is, but in liquid form. So I'm hoping maybe the sugar will wake me up. Back to what I was saying. I use cork, cork fabric in the inside for the lining. I need some coffee. I know. And I use the vinyl that comes with the kit. The kit comes with, I believe, 3 zipper pulls, and the zipper pulls are really pretty. They have the thistles in the heart, and then of course the main is this beautiful not butterfly, but dragonfly in the enamel. It looks just like a jewel pendant that I would imagine Claire wearing it. And then I have this thing with flowers. As much as I pretend like I don't like flowers, I do like embroidery flowers, and I love buying embroidery flowers made in other countries like Ukraine or Israel, whatever. I think these came from Spain, and they're just like really beautiful, and I decided to add into it to go with this thing. But I am super excited about making this bag. We're going to be doing a regular crossbody because I want to really focus on edge painting, and if we have more time, then I'm going to show them how they can make a pouch just from this one like the main pattern piece. I know. So I was just, yeah, this is it. And then I use these really big rivets to give it even more of a little bit of old timey kick. I got a bigger rivet die for like the fatter rivets because I'm always intrigued with them, but I can never use them because my die is usually no bigger than a 9mm one. So I've been getting like bigger rivet holes, punches, so that way I can use bigger rivets. I don't know, you know me and my rivets. So I'm really excited about that. I'm excited about that. We're gonna have some cool lunches, and we're gonna have a field trip to Tandy Leather, and I'm hoping that I can go do a small captain's log every morning, because the class doesn't start until after this time, and I'll be up around this time anyway, so maybe I can. So that's that. I'm gonna pack this away so that this could be shown in the class. And today the only thing I need to do is, once I hop off of here, I'm going to hop on to Patreon because we are finishing up the Berlin bag. you guys, I gotta say something. All right, I'm one of those people that like get it on Amazon. If you can't get it on Etsy, if you can't get it from a hardware person, get it on Amazon. Have you ever ate your words? So in the Berlin bag, Cheryl has this really cool technique where your stuff goes through the rivets, and you have these toggles, right? So I didn't know when I ordered them, because I used the link that's in her pattern. They come from Australia. I'm trying to figure out why it's like 2 weeks, right? I'm like, why are my toggles here? So I was like, screw it. I'm gonna go get them on Amazon. Amazon, where are you? All right. These are the Amazon ones, marketed as the same size as the ones that Cheryl advises to get on in her pattern. These are the ones from Etsy. Do you see the difference? Okay. I kept putting this one on, and it was like what I was doing is, because before I give a bag away or I sell a bag or whatever, I test it. So I'm sitting here doing this, and it kept sliding out. I'm like, why are these toggles? Because this is Amazon, and this is Etsy. Like, it is crazy. And they're listed underneath the same size, the same diameter, the same everything. Okay. Okay. So when I get off of here, I'm going to hop on to Patreon. We're going to finish up the Berlin bag. I'm really loving this bag. This bag is really gorgeous. Cheryl did a phenomenal job. I used most of the hardware I used from Alchemats. And look at this. Look at the zipper in. How cute is this? Focus phone. It's not going to want to focus. It's not for it's not a jewelry toggle. It's it's the same toggle. The jewelry toggles are actually smaller. I have those too. Um I am really excited for the retreat. Okay. That's what she said, Shannon. Okay. Yes, I'm really excited for this retreat. I think it's my last retreat for the year, and it's kind of sad because I had so much fun at every single one of the retreats I went to. I've never in my life had so much fun. The beginning of this year has been everything somebody can absolutely want in the sewing world to happen. It happened. Like, I was really blessed to teach at Mormino Studios, and then I was able to, God, be, I don't even want to say instruct. I want to say Spoiled Rotten by Melissa from Wizardly Stitchery. Like, I still have withdrawals. Like, I'm waiting for food that's never coming. There's food. She fed us, so like, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We had drinks. There was tons of snacks. And then when I was having a rough day trying to come down from teaching, because it was like a lot, I got ice cream in bed. Like, I was spoiled, like spoiled with a T, okay, from Melissa. And I want my life to be like that every day. It was like a glimpse of, like, if I was like bad and bougie and had like a wicked disposable income, I think I would live with that. I would have someone cook for me and have just snacks around the house. I mean, it was really crazy. Very fun experience. I'm still coming down off the high off of that, and I'm about to go into North Carolina, and there's so many cool things. Like I said, I'm excited to go to her Tandy Leather. Her Tandy Leather is completely different than the one that we have here in Baltimore. The people are very knowledgeable and they're very sweet. Edge painting, we have the Aries, and I don't know. I just really feel happy about this one because this particular bag is super, super domestic friendly, and you get a very high end result. You bring me cheer. Okay. All right. So let me tell you about Shinova and her alcohol. 19-year-old Shinova was making fun of 40-something Shinova at Wizardly Stitchery. I had one German beer, and you can ask Shannon. I somehow dropped the bottle, and everybody and their mama was looking at me. And it was because I was a little bit tipsy off of one German beer. One. One. 19-year-old Shinova was disappointed in her. I used to be able to drink people underneath the table. Okay. Also, I got mixed up because I got something called Texas jungle juice, and then the Texans were like, that's not a thing, but that's what the bartender gave me. And I took like a couple zips and I was like, I gotta go back to my room. Like, that's all I remember. And sleeping like a baby. So yeah, they're saving the best for last, definitely. So that is pretty much it. Oh no. Oh, I wanted to show you what I got from Heaven Stitching um Stitch in Heaven. Look at, they have their little tape has this. First things first. Bad, sad news. I had no idea that the designer from Alexander McQueen, the person, the gentleman that designs fabric, passed away. His children are going in a different direction, and they're no longer going to print his fabric. So if you do see something from Alexander McQueen that you do like, I mean Alexander Henry that you do like, get it. So when I got there, they have like this huge Tulip Pink section. I didn't know how big this bag is until I actually got it home. Look at it. It's a project bag. But I got it because it's blue. It's blue. if you watch Jurassic Park, you know. Yeah. Okay, let me get it out of the bag. Ooh, Christmas. Okay. So it's blue, but and it unzips here all the way. I was like, is this for a portfolio? But it's a project bag, so I think this is really cool. It smells like when you got your first 5-star first year and you remove the plastic. That's what it smells like. So yeah, I got that. And they had like a whole bunch of cool stuff that, you know me, if I see notions, I'm going to try. They have these really cool chalk pencils. And they have little erasers. So I'm going to try this. I know they use it for paper craft, but I'm curious to see if it would work on vinyl or cotton. So and then I thought this was going to be really cool for Halloween, either for placemats or tea towels. It's a border print, so on the borders it's finished, the hem is finished, and it's not on this side, so I can show you how to finish a hem as well as have really cool tea towels or placemats. And then I got this from Alexander Henry because I thought my husband would look really cute in a camp shirt with it. So I got a whole bunch. I got 2.5 yards. I got the last of it. I think I have enough to make him and me one. And it's just so pretty. I got this really creepy pumpkin. And the thing is, I wasn't going to get him because he kind of freaks me out. But then I was like, okay, Halloween tea towels. Tell me he doesn't freak you out a little bit. I'm just saying. It reminds me of like the 50s. And I don't know, like 50s Halloween costumes are more scarier than they are what we have. Like, just Google 50s Halloween costume. You would pretty much think you're in the Purge. So I got that. And then I got this last print from Alexander Henry. I thought this, I'm creeped out by these, but not creeped out by this pumpkin. I don't know. Maybe because he's kind of sitting in a suggestive position. I don't know. But I thought this was really cool. Look at look what he's doing here. So, okay, so seriously, this was like a weird treasure trove because this print here, I was like, I did not see this with the lineup. And yeah, there's a reason why. Because this was made in 2013. So me and Yvonne are the last one that got the last of this. I bought some and she bought the rest of it. Yes, it's very sad that he's going out of business. But this is 2013, y'all. This is 2016. So like Stitch Heaven has like a treasure trove of Alexander Henry from, I mean, 2013. That is like 1 year old, 1 year older than my youngest. So I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm really sad about Alexander Henry. I love the gold pinup girls. I also like when he does the Space Invaders, and it's like all like 40s and 60s pinups. I get it. It has to be hard as a kid. Like, do you want to continue doing the fabric for the community, or if it's too much for them and they're not into it, it's sad. But yeah, so long story short, let's not cookie cut this. You see that if you were to try to get the Tudor prints from Tulip Pink, people are selling it for hundreds of dollars for like a fourth of a yard. If you see Alexander Henry print that you know might be popular, it's reasonable price right now. I'm just saying it might be something nice to hold and store because you never know. I have a really interesting story on this. I bought there's these cherry print that from Gertie from Charm Patterns, but it was when she was doing McCall's. I bought 5 yards because whenever you do a Gertie dress, you're going to need at least 4 to 7 yards. So I think I bought 5.5 yards, right? And I put it up. Now, people on eBay were selling it for like $100 a yard because she just came out and she stopped making that fabric print. There was this lady and she was getting married in Disneyland, and she really wanted this print because it was in a grayscale with the cherries, and she just could not afford like $100 a yard, and she's like, I only need 4 yards. She was a very petite person, and I was like, I can give them to you for what I paid for, and you just pay for shipping. I totally made her day. I still was able to keep a yard to make a bag, and I actually made her a bag for. I made her the Betty Buller bag so she can have it in her wedding because she was having a pinup thing, and she was able to get it. I know you may be thinking, like Shiva was saying, buy the fabric, hoard it, and sell it for an exuberant amount of money. No, you might be able to buy the fabric and you're holding it, not maybe for yourself, but for someone else in the sewing community that really needs it. I know that sounds super dorky and weird, but it happened to me, and that was the best experience because at that time I had the money to buy the 5.5 yards, and I really did have the intentions of making a dress. I just never got around to it. Versus this person, like, we're in the pattern. There's a group, like a pattern group called Patterns, and you can look up different patterns from different companies and different like fabrics. And I just sold it to her at like what I paid for it, and what I paid for at the time was on sale too. So it was less than what, like the $14 a yard. I think I got it on sale for like 8.99 a yard or something, and I sold it to her for exactly that, not expecting more anything. And then I, as a wedding gift, because like I just made her a small little Betty Bowler to that matched, and now she has that in her pictures forever. So she got to have her dream fabric, her dream dress. And I'm just saying, you never know. You just never know what you get out there. But also, maybe if his kids see that there's a push to buy his fabric, maybe they'll continue it. That's a possibility too. If they see that there's a push and people are really wanting it, maybe one of his children will be like, well, the sewing community really loves it, let's keep it going. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to hop off here, and I'm going to get on to Patreon. If you're on Patreon, hop on over because I'm going to show you how to do these toggles real quick and how to make this part, and we're all done. I cannot wait to be in North Carolina. I will try to go live tomorrow, possibly when I'm getting stuff together in the studio with Sandra, and we will see you soon, okay? I'll talk to y'all later.